So, well, Gemma's been off sailing the seven seas. Jammy bugger, isn't she? It was actually my idea for her to go because I've done loads of crazy things like bike racing and whatever. And I wanted Gemma to go and do something fun. So, yeah, she's back now. Look who's back.
I'm back.
Yeah, so I've been doing a couple of little jobs here and there on the boat, doing a few little repairs. Didn't have any cameras. No, you did, yeah. But I just
So I had a ball sailing on the Williams too. So if you've not seen last week's video, go back and have a look at it. I overcome a lot and achieve a lot in a week, so I was quite proud of myself.
I was very proud of you.
But I'm glad to be back to boat work today.
Yay!
So what's the plan?
What's the plan? What we're going to start doing now is basically right at the front, aren't we? We may as well work our way back. So now we're going to go for the two webs. Two at once we're going to do.
Two webs. So we'll sort them out. We'll take the knees off now. I'll go and give the knees a good clean up and a paint.
Yeah.
I need to go and paint the woodwork that we cut in the workshop.
Yeah.
Get that primed. And we'll try and get two in today. Yay!
Woo!
Let's go.
We were donated basically a full set of hammers. So I've made a lovely hammer wall here. So got from baby hammers to very big hammers, and then very big hammers, and then we've got a couple of selections over here of hammers and levers. I made a wall basically. Quite proud of it.
So I think we've definitely got enough hammers to last us for this job.
So I'm going to remove the knees, then Gemma's going to go away and prep them, and hopefully the next time we see them they'll be beautiful. So remove both knees now. And the same on the starboard side. So now I'm going to remove the rest of the web frame, and then we can start making new ones to fit. Woo. Don't have to go through these titanium blades. Obviously they're like just titanium coated, aren't they? So once you lose the outer finish, they go very dull. So I might use the grinder. So I'm going to try the angry grinder. Just needs to like cut the nail in the middle really. So, funny story. So I'm removing the rotten part of the web, like the wedge at the bottom. And I started to wiggle on a nail, right? So, you see this nail here. And if you do that, you see what happens? So, the tide's coming in at the moment. So yeah, we can't take that nail out until the tide's gone away. But I was like, oh, that's weird. Should we do it again? Ready? Oh my god. That'd be scary, wouldn't it, if you were like out at sea. Alright, let's proceed.
So as it goes on this boat, one easy job turns into a harder job. So we forgot that the frame behind the web frame was rotten. So we've now got to do a frame and a web frame.
And the other web frame.
And the other side is exactly the same as well. So we're keeping opening these can of worms, but at least we know we're doing it right and we're not bodging everything. You know, anything that is rotten is coming out. So the job's got harder, but we can do it, can't we?
We can do it.
We can do it.
And we can also stay in budget.
Can we?
I don't know. That's what they say in all these like TV shows, don't they? They've only got a £3.50 budget.
I've got news for you.
Oh.
We've gone over the budget.
We've gone over.
But don't worry about that. Let's get a frame in. Oh, bad news. We haven't got much wood left. Like, you know, the big massive pile that we bought from PB Hardwoods in Liverpool. We cut the last of the stuff up yesterday. So I need to get on to them and see if they can sort us out with some more oak. Otherwise we will be dead in the water.
So, get a bit twitchy because the water's still in, so we can't do too much in this area because we might have a repeat of the other side. Want to show you again?
No.
Oh.
No water in my bilge, please.
Freaks Gemma out and stuff like that, but it's like there's like a little cup full. So yeah, I think what we need to do now is get all this prepped and painted, and then.
So after we completed the roof, we had a lot of questions going, well, what's next? And obviously we're back down here where we started. It's really hard planning work on the boat because, you know, we got the front roof done and we'd really like to get the back roof done. But we can't do the back roof until the aft deck is done because it actually supports the roof onto the aft deck. So we can't do the roof until the deck's done, but we can't do the deck until all the woodwork's done on the inside at the aft as well. So to be able to do the roof, you've got to miss that step and like go back. And we don't want to now jump to do the aft because we still haven't finished the front and we're so close. So it's the same, we can't do the foredeck until all the woodwork's done down here. So it's really hard trying to plan the jobs, and I know you might think, oh, I'm getting bored of frames and stringers and web frames, but unless the bare bones of Sarinda are all fixed, we can't go and do decks and more roofs and stuff like that. So, you know, this is a really, really long-term project, so we can't do everything at once anyway. So we are literally a couple of weeks off, I think, having all this front done, aren't we?
Yeah, we may as well start or finish
what we started. Yeah.
But it's also firefighting. It's always what's the priority job.
Yeah.
So my priority job was to change the roof because
the water.
I thought it was going to blow off. Oh yeah, water's a pain, but
yeah. I mean, we wanted to keep it as dry as possible inside because we don't want to cause any more rot.
And without upsetting any neighbours either.
Yeah, and also, you know, we're working around the elements. So, you know, the weather and stuff. We were really lucky that we had a nice week to do the roof.
Oh, always planning, wasn't it?
Yeah, so all of it is just a big logistical nightmare. But we're working in a way that we think is sensible.
I think in an ideal world, I'd put this down now and start on the aft.
Yeah, I know.
In an ideal world.
But there's no point leaving this so close to finish.
Structurally
we're so much better in, you know.
The bow is strong now,
yeah.
So it's all about the strut. Anyway, yeah. So blah blah blah. But we have said we're going to give it another couple of weeks in here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Deal, I can see.
But then you think, obviously, once we're done in here and we can replace the deck, but we still can't do like the side bits because all the woodwork in the head, in the cabins, all that needs assessing. So basically, every room, you know, all the inside of the hull needs frames and stringers and web frames before we can even contemplate doing the decks.
But this is definitely the worst part of the boat, the bow.
Yeah.
I think the aft end is a smaller bad part, so technically it shouldn't take as long.
Yeah.
But like,
so we're working in a way that we're trying to do everything logical. There's no point of putting the decks on and then going, are we going to put our frames in?
I know aesthetically for you guys it'll look great. So yeah.
just keep following. You just, you know, and you know, obviously, occasionally we will jump from job to job, depending on weather and situations and stuff like that, and finances. So
yeah. Sometimes you have to go. Let's not spend any money this week.
we can't afford to do that this week. So we're getting there, one bite at a time.
Yeah. That's how you eat an elephant.
Or one frame at a time.
Been selling things out well. What facts belong, it's hard to say. The pattern is so hard to tell. But we're together, that's our game. Round and round and round we go. The dance ain't over, I'm sure we're still the same. Love the ways you make us whole. Would you say if things ain't right? Look away, look away. What's really going on? What's really going on? Would you tell me? Can't you say what's really going on? What's really going on?
So, time to get the frame in. I'll just mention, which is something that was on my mind, has been on my mind for ages, and that people have sort of been commenting on it recently, is obviously when we put the frames in, they go down to the keel, and they just touch the keel. And for ages I've been going, it's like there's something missing. What holds all the structure to
At the bottom,
to the keel?
Yeah.
And I was like, why have we got no floors in there? Because
Well, there actually is further down the boat. There's actually wooden.
yeah,
Yeah.
further down the back, but there's nothing in the front section, so I don't know whether it's been missed off in the conversion, because we haven't took anything out that has held the frame to the keel. So I think it definitely needs them.
Yeah, we are going to be making some, so.
So we will be putting floors in.
Is that what they're called?
Floors, yeah.
The actual.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to be putting floors in to, you know, tie in all the structure to the keel.
Because especially we know there's a lot of weight here as well.
There is. So it's just, I don't know why they're not there. Yeah, so we definitely will be putting floors in the future.
Yeah.
And probably sometime soon, once obviously everything is done down in the bilges.
Yeah, we'll put them in after that.
Okay, let's get a frame in.
Do it.
See what we can see, then advance your way. It's for all of us. There's a place that we should be. Come along, 'cause it's high tide and we can't lose. Come and drift away with us. Come and drift away with us again. So now that you're on board, let the love we share take hold of you as we move a little more. Come along, 'cause it's high tide and we can't lose.
Hello, little birdie.
Where did you find that?
He was flying around there, panicking like mad. Should we let him go?
Yeah.
Come on, ready? There you go. Hey!
Got a new bird then, didn't you?
Yeah!
Come and drift away with us. Come and drift away with us again. Don't let it end. There's 1,000 dreams between us, and we're reaching for the land. Won't you drift away with us? Come and drift.
So you just make the little infill bits to go behind the web frames. So we've pre-cut them, pre-drilled them, and now I'm just going to prime the ends. Paint your wood.
Paint your infill.
Paint your infill.
Okay, so while we're Okay, so while we're waiting for the...
Take 22!
So while we're waiting for the paint to dry, we're going to be drilling bigger holes in our little rovy things to accept the big nails. So I've had this pillar drill on board for like over a year, and it's like just been used as like counterbalance at the moment. Can't use. So we now need to cut the angle on the bottom of the web now. We need to cut a length for the web, and then we need to set the angle at the top of the web. And what'll be interesting is to see how similar both sides are, won't it? Because we're doing two at once now.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting once we've measured them out and marked them, just to see how out of shape, if anything.
Okay, so we've got our infill pieces in, where we need them. So,
here and here.
back to cutting angles.
Yay!
And what Simon is doing out in the wilds is marking where we need to pre-drill some holes for the copper rose.
What's all your sexy chat about?
And that was like me David Attenborough voice. Does it not sound David Attenborough? Was it more call line? Hello dear.
Do they still exist, call line?
I don't know.
Maybe you should get a job.
How can I help you today, sir? That is a big thing you got.
I'll do anything for 50 quid. Can you pay me bills?
Anyone? 50 quid? Pay me bilge. I said bilge. So, plan now, we're going to tighten the bottoms up just with some threaded bar temporarily. We're going to do all the copper robes that we can do, and then we're going to get the knees on. So Simon's just gearing up to go outside, obviously where we're putting the threaded bar right at the bottom. I think he may get muddy. Might have to dig a little hole out to get to it, because obviously the front is sitting on the ground. So that'll be fun for you, dear, won't it?
Yeah, love it.
I'll stay inside where it's warm.
I wanna take you out, show you the time of your life. I wanna figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire. Wanna lay beneath the stars with you in the back of my truck. I guess that this is what they call love. Baby, you've been driving me crazy for so.
It's quite sunny, but it's been very, very windy today. So at some point we need to finish off the bow because it was raining when we had the first painting party, but it'd be nice this year to have like another bit of a painting party, I think. Sorry, I'm out of breath. But yeah, doesn't look good. You can see our new roof. Check the new roof.
Right, all the roving's done, and we even remembered to do the missing roofs on the web frame that we didn't complete last time. So the front now, we've got 3 completed web frames. So all we need to do now is get the 2 hanging knees back on. So here's what I prepared earlier. After spending like 2 days up and down and in the bilge and stuff, it's really nice that when you finish down there to be able to put your floor back in.
Soul?
Your soul. Everyone needs a good soul. It's like the world's crappiest jigsaw puzzle, isn't
it? You never know what shape it's going to be once it's together. Speaking of jigsaws, has anybody completed their jigsaw? Because we had some ship average jigsaws, but I think there's only 2 people in the world to ever complete our jigsaws.
If anyone would like to buy a jigsaw, I still have a box full of them. Get in touch.
They're very difficult though, so if you're not into jigsaws, I wouldn't know.
You're missing a piece.
No. Right. Oh yeah, check that out. Even fits with our webs. Check it. Obviously, I had webs there in the first place, but it feels better actually. It's actually sounds something.
Where's the front piece?
We haven't gone.
Why?
Huh?
We had a front floor.
Did we?
Didn't we? Can anyone tell us if we used to have a front? I'm sure we had a front floor.
Hang on. No, that's not it. No, we didn't have it. It was just ballast bags there. I think maybe we did have originally, but it was never like anything. Right. Anyway.
Okay. Should we put a sign up? Don't fall down the hole. Health and safety and all that.
Yeah. Oh god, that's really well. A couple of turns. That's it.
So last 2, tightening up the threads of bar on the knees, and then we are done for the day.
Alright, ready when you are.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Told them to be quick because we had no battery, but hold on a minute.
There you go. Sun's on.
So there we go.
Woo!
2 new web frames. That was the first web frame we've done on the port side as well.
Which I've been looking forward to in the port side, because the port side is a lot more passable, apart from the very bow. Actually, that's where it's really, really soggy. There's when Nat got stuck, didn't she?
Oh, the mud outside.
So that's where I've been working basically, yeah. So.
Well, we didn't lose you to the mud,
No,
so that's a bonus. So we're really, do you know, like, remember when I first painted the section of hull like years ago, and I was like, oh, that's the first like 3 feet done.
Done. Of
But
paint.
It's actually done now because the woodwork. So you know, from this bulkhead to like the first 3 feet of either side of the hull.
Yeah.
The hull. It's on the deck. Let's celebrate us actually finishing the first
small wins.
bitty section. Yeah. So we just keep plodding on through all these web frames that need doing, and then down here is done, and then we can move on to the aft. We need to do the aft end, don't we?
Yeah.
So we can get all the decks replaced. So once all the woodwork's done, then we can just smash the decks in. So thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Thank you very much for all our patrons, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. So.
Yes. So if you would like to support helping us continue to make these videos and, you know, producing stuff for you guys, come and support us. You know, you don't have to. The videos are free for all.
Free of charge.
Free of charge. You know, all we ask is if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do, because that really helps as well. But thank you for watching.
Cheers, guys.
See you next week.
See you in a bit. Bye bye bye.
Yay! Done.
Just in case you've not already seen it, it's that one. And that one. That's all we've done. And as well, we've actually been doing this over 2 days. So we've sort of decided to take like a day off work in the week. So we're doing like 2 days now. So hopefully we're going to see some more progress. Ciao.
Rusty knee. Nice knees. Yay. Eee.